Welcome, everybody, to this very special edition of the Bob and Katie Show.
I'm Katie.
And I'm Bob, and we're joined here by two guests.
I'm Ashley.
I'm John.
And today is tonight, tomorrow, in the morning.
Yeah, it's tomorrow.
Whatever time it is when you hit play on that little device you have, this is what's happening. We have a big announcement for Kabcast Studios. I forgot what the name was. I had to look over it. It's going to be a long night. We are going to be expanding Kabcast Studios. We're going to be what's the word I want to use? Joining forces?
Sure, we'll go with
Bring
that.
it on. Making things more awesomer.
Moving and shaking. I don't know.
So we're adding a podcast. And a lot of you are going, there's already too much Bob and Katie. It's cool.
What?
Because it's not Bob and Katie.
I don't know who's saying that.
We've talked about this
That's
podcast before. It is crazy talk. Everybody, I get emails all the time. And they're like, we need 180% more Bob and Katie.
Like, needs more cowbell?
Yeah.
Needs more Bob and Katie.
Christopher Walken's just standing in the corner going, more Bob and Katie.
I have a fever, and the cure is more Bob and Katie.
So we are going to be expanding Kabcast Studios and adding the Tabletop Warriors as a sister podcast. So we're pretty excited. Now, what does this mean? It means we're going to have fun. That's all it means. It means that you're going to have one. It doesn't mean anything. It means nothing. As a matter of fact, this whole episode is going to be useless. So just go ahead and hit the skip button. No.
Shut your mouth.
What we're going to do is we're going to create an area where you can go.
It's a safe place.
Yeah, a safe place. Will you stop screwing me up?
No, I won't. It's what I do.
There's going to be a place you can go, kabcaststudios.com, and you can reach different types of podcasts.
It's with a K. Not
With a K. It's Katie and Bob Cast Studios. That's what it is. So CABcaststudios.com. And you're going to be able to join. Yeah, you see that? It's like Kabcast Studios.
Clever.
I put Katie's name first because she gives me crap about Bob being first all the time.
No, I don't.
Last time, we did an episode last time. It was called King Bob and the Hush Puppies. What it was called?
Yeah.
When we got done, or like after I posted it, you said, why don't we ever name episodes after me?
No, I was just making a statement. I wasn't upset about it. It's like,
Well, my Reagan always calls it the Katie and Bob Show.
Right?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, I'm telling you, I named the whole studio with your name first.
So we have had a discussion and we want to get children's shirts made for the Bob and Katie Show.
It's so expensive, though.
We want to. We don't know if we're going to be able to do it, but we want, because we're like, your Reagan needs one.
Yeah, girl.
And our kids need them. Yeah, like.
Well, that's 3. We have to have 12.
Well, that's 4 because we have 3
We
children.
do have 3 kids. I forget about the little one all the time.
And then, like, there's Luke. You know, Tim might want Luke to have one.
Okay.
We have, like, all these
That's
3-year-olds. We have, like, a whole cluster of 3-year-olds. Like, future Bob and Katie Show fans.
I'll
Like,
tell you
the
what.
next
She's already a
generation.
fan.
I'll tell you what. I'll make you a deal. If we can line up 8. Then
I can get 8.
If you can get 8, I'll make an order.
I can go collect 8 children.
Do not bring any more kids to my house. But if you can get 8 people, including our 3, so 5 other people that go, we'll buy a shirt. Then we'll go in that order. See, the problem
Challenge
is
accepted.
you have to this is what you have to do. You have to buy a screen, right? And we bought a screen already. But that screen obviously is so big that it won't work on little kids' shirts. So we have to make another screen, and it's expensive, and
John knows all about this. He's made.
we're gonna lose money on making kids' shirts. That's what I'm saying.
But it'll be fun.
So and
they want to have one.
We all but lost money on the other shirts.
Our kids call them the mommy and daddy shirts.
Yeah.
So
John recently made a shirt for Reagan of her own face. Isn't that kind of weird?
He made a shirt out of her face?
No.
not out of her.
Cut out a stencil.
Sicko.
Screen printed on a shirt.
You can screen print stuff?
It's been a while, but yeah.
I mean, that's how we get the shirts
Well,
made.
there you go.
So how much would you charge for a medium shirt?
No. I don't have any of the equipment anymore.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I could.
So the shirts are out.
He knows people.
Yeah, this is actually, it's kind of weird. We shouldn't even talk about shirts because this episode doesn't come out for like a month.
All right, well, let's.
We're going to skip that. Okay, so the Tabletop Warriors, I want to talk a little bit about them. It's I don't know if they're going to get offended by this, but it's a geek-oriented podcast. Is geek an offensive word?
I mean, I don't think so.
I'm okay with being called
I don't know how they feel about it. But
there's literally like 1,000 comic books right there. Yeah, I'm a geek. So, We don't do that here on the Bob and Katie Show. We aim more toward, we have a lot of kid stories, life stories, anger stories, and just anything funny. That's what we do.
We're all inclusive here. It's a safe place.
Right. Well, these guys, this is going to be the podcast you want to go to if you want to hear about comic books, movies, collectibles, board games, that sort of stuff. And it's it's fun. It really is. I'm into it, so I like it. You know what I mean? And that's why I kind of reached out to these guys and was like, hey, do you want to not make money together? So that's what we're doing.
I was thinking more like computer stuff.
Like computer stuff.
Like computer geek stuff.
Oh, I think
like Geek Squad.
No, I think that's nerd.
Okay. All right then.
Like
but it's called Geek Squad, the people who come and fix your computers.
It is so Best Buy's got it all wrong because I'm not wrong.
Do they?
They might.
Because I'm not wrong.
So let me tell everybody about the Tabletop Warriors real quick, and then we're gonna. By the way, this is the concept of the episode. They're gonna release an episode at the same time that we do, and we've got 4 topics that we're gonna cover, and those topics are 80s toys, supervillains, most hated chore,
and clouds.
So they came up with 2 topics.
Dang clouds.
Yeah. They came up with 2 topics, and we came up with 2 topics.
Clouds.
Come on now, let me talk. So. Bringing on another podcast, my first reaction, it sounded like you farted. You go stop moving in that chair.
It wasn't me.
Bringing on another podcast, obviously the first thing I went was like, hey, let's prove to everybody we're better than them. That's what I want to do. So I was like, let's have a competition.
Competitive jerk.
Yeah, no. So they're going to take these 4 topics, and we're going to take these 4 topics, and we're going to have an episode, but we didn't tell each other what we were doing with the 4 topics. And we're going to see how it goes. So this is what you can do. If you listen to us, just go to kabcaststudios.com. Search Tabletop Warriors on Facebook. Any of those 2 places, you can find their stuff. So, we've got those 4 topics. They're going to have those 4 topics, and we're going to battle it out. So, before we get to that, Tabletop Warriors. 2 guys, all right? First guy's name is Jared. He's the artist I was telling you about. Big into Batman. He collects Funko Pops. We have a couple of them right over there.
Oh, yeah.
I've got a Deadpool. I've got a Rex and a Howard the Duck. I thought there was a 4th one. Am I missing one?
No, the kids probably took it.
What?
No, I don't know.
You got to get stuff under control in this house. When I'm not here, you can't let them in here.
I can only do so much. I'm outnumbered.
There might only be 3.
You have a monkey.
Oh, that's it up there. Yeah, I got Caesar. Yeah, Planet of the Apes. That's the 4th one. Okay.
You see how blaming this on me?
He is also a graphic designer and owner of Metropolis Design Studios.
Oh.
I'm not even joking around. This dude is legit. These are the guys that's coming out with the board game Arthos. Mm-hmm. And if you go look at the artwork, it is insanely good. So, the other guy's name is Dave. I don't know what he does. I guess he's like the brains behind the operation. Where are you going? We're just going to pretend like Katie's still here. She just ran away frantically.
She needs water, maybe.
You know what? This is cool, though. When she runs away, I've got you two I can talk at. So sometimes she'll, like, leave, and I'm just standing here talking. And I'm, like, trying to pretend like she's still here. Okay. So, no, Dave is a co-host of the Tabletop Warriors podcast. Dave enjoys pop culture, including, but not limited to, Star Trek, Marvel Comics, and all relations. I don't know what that means. I'm reading what he wrote me, by the way. That's what we're doing. And being a child of the 80s, he loves most and all 80 things, films, music, and its culture. So they do this weird thing on their podcast where they've got these drinks. I don't think you know about this.
The weird sodas?
Yeah, come back. So
nobody would have even known I was gone.
Oh, I told everybody. You went to get wine?
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
I'm legit out of breath right now.
Like, you're out of breath because you went to get wine. Okay, they got a case of these drinks that had, like, weird flavors, and
we should do that. Where do you get the case of?
Should we steal the idea? Because we've already stolen one idea from them.
Yeah.
It's fine. They're on our label, right?
We'll rip it off. I mean, we
do whatever we want.
We'll be the
you hear that?
Warriors.
Tabletop Warriors? We're in charge now.
You can steal our crap too. It's okay.
That's fine. So these are some of the flavors of the drinks that they taste on their show. Ranch dressing.
No.
And it's like soda? Like carbonated?
Soda. Yeah. Buffalo Wild Wings.
It cannot be worse than Beanie Weenie popsicles.
Yeah.
It can't
You know what?
be.
To be fair, we did the Beanie Weenies first. So, boom.
That was my idea.
Yeah.
It was not a good one.
It was not a good one.
But I claim it. It was a creative
for
one.
the show, it was a good idea. But in real life, it was bad. We stopped recording right then, and I went downstairs and threw up in the sink. Oh, yeah, it was
gross, man.
I mean, it was
so
the
bad.
grossest thing I've ever tasted in my life.
Terrible.
Other flavors include pickle soda,
Oh, I want to try that one.
bacon, and there was no description or anything other than pimple pop. So
what?
I don't know what that is.
No, thank you.
And then he gave me one more thing that I'm going to read. Just two dads in a basement revealing their childhoods with talk of pop culture.
So they have kids too?
All I said was that I wanted to read this just to get it out of the way, and you're interrupting me every
was that
2
while I
words.
was gone, though? Because I don't remember hearing that.
If it's two dads in a basement, there's two things there. Either A, they're creepy pedophiles, or yes, they have children. And do you think I would add pedophiles to the Kabcast Studios family?
I certainly hope not.
Well, then, just sit there and let me read this, okay?
Oh, my God.
Here we go. Just two dads in a basement revealing our childhoods with talk. I'm going to say their childhoods. Their childhoods with talk of pop culture, 80s, comics. And of course, it wouldn't be a show if we didn't derail. We also have a few segments. Dang, that's nerdy. Is that a thing? You drank what?
Why is he talking like that?
Because he wrote it in all caps. And that we're supposed to do when somebody writes something in all
is
caps.
that, yeah.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, when somebody like texts me like
okay.
all caps, I imagine them yelling.
Yeah,
The next sentence actually says, I don't know why I wrote that in all caps, so X all that. You know what? This happened, and I want to get your guys' opinion on it.
Are we allowed to talk now?
Yeah, but I'm still, I gotta ask
But you're still like in charge, Mr. I'm gonna talk first? Like, we're all going to sit around this table and listen to Bob.
I am kind of staring at you.
I wanted
Story
you
time with
because
Bob.
I'm dreamy, right? No,
Because you're dreamy?
I am dreamy. I want to get everybody's opinion on something because it confused me so much. And at the point this happened, I had not been drinking. So this was before vodka.
Okay.
And it confused me. And I just want to find out if I'm wrong or if he has no idea.
You probably
what's going
are,
on
so
in
what
life.
is it?
Well, we started I took pictures of some of the comics I have, toys, and he showed me some of the stuff he has. We're just going back and forth.
Are you serious? You were sending pictures of your toys?
Nerdy and geeky. Yeah. Get off my back. Now, he sends me this. I sent him pictures of the Planet of the Apes stuff over there. And then this is what he says to me. He goes, nice. I can see them after you leave the room. Going at it WWE style.
Like they're fighting, like they come alive like Toy Story and they wrestle when you leave the room.
Oh, that's what he was trying to say?
I would have never.
I had no idea.
To me, I was like, when I read it, I was like, wait, he can see the room after I leave it?
Yeah, what I was thinking. I was like,
That's what it sounded like to me. You just messed up this whole segment for me because as soon as you said it, I was like, oh, that's what he's getting at.
You know she's really the smartest person
Wow.
at the table, right?
I can.
I'm telling you,
that
it's that secret smarts. I just like sneak up on you like a smart ninja.
This is all right. Look, he said
people underestimate me, but you are very smart. Always.
He said, I can see them after you leave the room, going at it WWE style. To me,
Yeah, like all the monkeys be fighting.
I get it. To me, I heard, I'll just look at them when you leave the room. That's what I heard, and I'm like, what? I'm looking around in the corners of my room. So
Bug in here?
I sent him. I feel dumb now. That's all there is to it.
You owe that man an apology.
I do, because I sent him another message. I said, I don't understand, and then I quoted his stuff.
You need to get his mailing address and write him an apology
Yeah.
letter.
And he goes, wrestling. And I was like, I know what WWE is. You said you could see them after I leave the room. So, like, what are you talking about?
Oh, my God.
And he goes, okay, I didn't know if you were WWF for life and refused to say WWE. I'm not sure. So he's stuck on the wrestling thing. And I'm sitting here like,
how can you see them when I leave the room?
yeah, how can you see them? Right? And then this is where he doesn't know. I'm sure he knows that I get angry, but at this point I'm like angry because I don't understand what's going on. And I said, well, what the hell can you see when I leave what room?
nice.
He's probably sitting there like,
and
like,
then
I was going to Donald.
and then he just
I can't
goes,
even talk.
then he just goes, I can see all. And now I'm like, I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Nice.
Yeah, because he's probably like, what are you talking about?
So that's what he meant. He meant like he's picturing like all of my toys fighting each other. See, I thought he was like, oh, I'll just look at them
Oh,
when
I
you
can
leave the
see your
room.
toys when you leave the room.
Okay.
Why did your mind automatically go creepy as heck?
Because I'm paranoid. I use that word
You
actually.
are paranoid.
No, you cannot be as paranoid
I was
as my
thinking that
husband.
too. That made no sense. I was thinking that there was like a freaky camera in the TV, looking at Bob when he wasn't there.
They can see us.
Right there. See, look, I said sounds creepy. That's what I said. So he was probably like, what else is he talking about?
He probably thinks you are such a weirdo.
I know. He's talking to his wife right now. He's like, this guy I'm talking to, I think he thinks all of his daughters fix him life.
That sounds like a date. This guy I'm talking to?
Yeah.
You know what?
He's so dreamy.
I don't even want to talk about it
You
anymore.
call yourself dreamy, too.
Okay, so this is what we have to do. We have to take these 4 topics and we have to make them great, grand, and wonderful. I gave everybody a topic, right? So we're all going to discuss those topics. John's a little upset because we gave him clouds. So this was your job, John. You had to come to the table with the topic of clouds and entertain everybody. You probably had the worst topic out of all 4 of us. Mm-hmm. And I can't wait to either A, be amazed at what you bring, or B, make fun of you. So one of those 2 things are going to happen for sure. But before that, I've actually created a game for us. And by created, I meant ripped off from a big company.
A very famous TV show.
Very famous.
That's been around for as long as I've been alive.
We're not going to use their name, right? We're not going to use their name at all. But the concept is we've got 4 topics or categories with different dollar amounts, right? And you guys get to choose which dollar amount you would like to play for. And then we're going to answer the questions. Now, the problem is we don't have buzzards.
Do they have buzzards?
Buzzards? Like a bird? Is that what you said? Did I say buzzards?
Yeah, you said buzzards.
Buzzers. We don't have buzzards.
Vultures.
So this is what
we have no
This is what I want you guys to do. John, on the count of 3, I want you to tell me your favorite animal. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're going to try that again, John.
That's a lot of pressure.
Favorite animal?
Just name an animal on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Possum.
Oh my God.
Easily my favorite.
He loves possums.
North American marsupial.
Okay, Ashley, give me an animal on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Horse.
Okay, this is going to be amazing. Katie, animal. 1, 2, 3.
Bunny.
Wow.
Bunny.
So, if you know the answer, then what I need you to do is make the sound that your animal would make.
Bunnies don't really make a sound. They're like...
If that picks up, you have to use that.
Okay, so this is what I need you to do. So, you got to do... It's not going to pick it up. You got to do the sound again, but be more like outgoing with it. Smack your lips. Make the noise. Do it. Go ahead. Let's hear what it sounds like. Can you give me a noise or something when you do it?
Bunnies don't make a noise.
I know, but we can't hear what you're doing. So give me a noise. You gotta give me a squeak or something because it's not audible at all. Okay, there we go. All right, give me a horse.
Is that what you want me to do?
Yep. Ashley, give me a horse.
That was the best horse impression I've ever heard. That was so good.
And
what
John,
sound does a possum make?
I think they kind of hiss when they're
yeah,
kind of wild. Yeah. Angry possum, my favorite type.
Okay, so this is what we're going to do. If you know the answer and you want to buzz in, you have to make the noise of your animal.
Oh my God.
You're going to sound like a cat the whole time, but that's cool, because really possums do hiss,
I
I
hate
think.
cats, man. Possums where it's at.
It's so weird that you love possums.
They got a pouch. They can hang by their tail. They're slow and nocturnal.
They can play dead.
What's not to love?
This is Bobberty. Our contestants today, a retired graphic designer, and what else do you do?
I teach anthropology.
He teaches anthropology, which is not about bugs, I found out, but actually about cultures. Our second contestant, Ashley. Oh, did I say your name? John. The first one is John. I'm not good at this, but we're going to get there.
You're a horrible host.
I know.
Ashley.
Ashley is a budget manager of a local college's career center. There we go. And our third contestant, Katie, she's a stay-at-home mom. So there it is. And now your host, Bob McKnight. Thanks, Johnny. And then what he says at the end of it, like, he's like, thanks,
Yeah.
Johnny. Awesome.
So is there double Jeopardy or is this cloud?
You can't say that word.
Is there double bobberty?
No, there's not double bobberty, because if we had double bobberty, it'd be real close to another game, and they could go, we want to take all of that $13 you earned this month. So, we can't do that. So what we have here is a game. We've got 4 topics. Those topics, as you heard before, are clouds, 80s toys, supervillains, and most hated chore. So how the game works is you're going to pick a category, you can pick a dollar amount, and then everybody gets to guess. If you get the answer right, you get the money. If you get it wrong, you lose the money. It's
Are you
a lot
keeping
like...
score?
Yes, I am keeping score. It's a lot like another game that you might have heard of on TV that sounds sort of like Bobberty, but it's not that game, so don't sue us. So, this is what we're going to do. We're going to start with John, just because you're over here and it's easier for me to keep track.
So wait, when do I nay?
Wendy, if you know the answer.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you know what? I forgot to do the thing. Hang on. It's a good thing I don't do this for money.
Oh, that's fancy.
There we go. All right. That might have sounded like a game that you've heard before, but it's not.
It is not that.
I assure you. So, there you go. Clouds, 80s toys, supervillains, and most hated chore. John, where do we go?
Let's go clouds for 100, Bob.
All right. Rain, snow, sleet, and hail falling from the sky. Oh, he hissed. I was like, why'd he
I
hiss it?
was like waiting for John to answer. I don't know.
Okay, John.
What is precipitation, Bob?
That is
I don't know what I was waiting on. I was like,
I don't.
I knew that answer.
Good job. All
Yes.
right. So, the pick is still yours. Where are we going?
Let's go clouds 200, Bob.
Clouds 200. Here we
I love the
go.
way you're talking.
A storage and computing device offered by Apple.
iCloud. What is iCloud?
All right. Good job.
Was that like
Katie.
supposed to wait for you to call on me? Because
Yes,
I was
if-
excited.
if
I'm
you don't
sorry.
mind.
So awesome. Eek.
Good job. And as you can see right now, you were worried about it. The scores are currently John 100 and Katie 200.
That's fancy.
So, all right, Katie, it's your
You
pick.
spelled your name like
Yes,
Ashley.
Ashley.
Oh, did I spell your name wrong?
It's all good.
Nobody would have ever known. This is an
It's
audio
special.
podcast. Thanks for calling me out on it. All right, your turn.
No, that's how you say it though, so it's cute. Well, let's do clouds for 300.
We're going to take a quick
Bob.
vodka break.
I'm going to get 0 on this game, and I'm going to go home depressed.
Oh.
I think as long as you don't get negative.
I came in depressed.
Oh, did I forget to mention that? We're not
You've
giving
been
you
depressed.
we're not giving you any money, just so we're all clear.
Mad. I can't believe y'all wanted me here.
We're all mad here.
Extremely hostile.
Okay, did you pick yours? I can't remember.
Clouds for 300.
Clouds for 300. Here we go. Clouds are white because of this.
Are you playing too?
No, I'm the host.
Oh, I want you to play.
I know all the answers. Nobody? We're just dead air in here?
Yeah,
I
don't
think
know.
I know this, but I don't know.
I'm not
You don't want to
sure.
go for it?
Yes.
Oh, what is the reflection
Oh,
of
I knew
sunlight?
that.
Come
I
on,
didn't know that at all.
aren't you a teacher or something?
He teaches
teach about stupid
anthropology.
culture.
They don't have clouds in culture?
No, they're racist.
All right, Katie, still your turn.
Let's do 80s toys for 100.
80s
Bob.
toys for 100. Here we go. In 1986, this game console became all the rage. Okay. It's the possum.
I'm so happy.
John.
What is the Nintendo?
Ah, that's what I was thinking. No.
I need more specifics.
I'm going to allow it. Good job. The answer is what is the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Oh,
I gave you credit for it. You, the Nintendo. It's
did
not. This
that.
ain't TV and it ain't real money. We're giving it to him. He knew what it was. All right, John, it's on you. There's only 4
Let's
categories.
go for, let's go 80s Toys 200, Bob.
80s Toys 200. In 1988, the Playmates Toy Company took a chance on these pizza-loving action figures.
Oh, dang, man. All right, Mr. Host, who was first?
I didn't. Did John hiss? I didn't.
I get to see her naked.
Go
I'm
for
going
it,
to go
man.
with
for
her.
it.
All right,
Definitely
Katie.
choose her, yes.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Correct. Good job. What are the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? I didn't know how to spell
Turtle
all that,
power.
so I wrote TMNT.
That's okay.
All right, currently the scores are John 200, Katie 400, and Ashley.
Shut up.
Boom, boom, boom.
I told you. I'm just gonna sit here.
That's not true.
All right, Katie, it's on you.
Let's do most hated chore for 100.
Most hated chore for 100. The summer chore that can be performed sitting or standing, as long as it's not raining.
Summer chore?
This summer chore that can be performed sitting or standing, as long as it's not raining. There we go, Ashley.
Fantastic. Oh
Yes.
my god, I love
Okay.
it
I'm
so
sure this
much.
is going to be wrong. Cleaning windows? What is cleaning windows?
What is cleaning windows?
No.
Incorrect. What is mowing the lawn? Sorry, guys. You can sit
like
on a
on a
lawnmower or stand up and push it. That was clever,
I
huh?
was thinking you could sit and clean windows.
I don't know whose turn it is.
What did it say about rain? Sorry, go ahead.
You can't mow the grass when it's raining.
Yeah, I got it.
Is it
Oh,
still on
you
you?
could.
It's on you, Katie.
Let's do most hated chore for 200.
Right. Here we go. This chore makes no sense to Bob, but we're just going to mess it right back up tonight. Okay.
I love it so much.
John.
What is making up the bed, Bob?
Yes, good job.
Complete useless activity. Complete poppycock.
Second guessing myself.
All right, you're in control, John.
Jeez. 80s toys 300, Bob.
Here we go. In 1989, this handheld game console became all the rage. All right, Katie.
What is the Game Boy?
Oh, son of a bitch. I knew it.
Was that it?
I'm sorry.
That is correct. Good
Dang,
job.
that was 89.
What?
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 All right, so let's do a score recap real quick.
God, I feel old.
John's at 400. Katie's at 700.
Shut it.
And
Shut
Ashley
it.
is at negative
See, that's why I'm just not
100.
going to say anything.
Well, you got to say something now. You're in the negative. You got to get your way out. All right, Katie, it's on you.
Let's do clouds for 400.
Clouds for 400. Here we go. This gate, in quotations, hit the news worldwide with the hack of iCloud and the public release of nude photos. This gate, in quotations, hit the news worldwide with the hack of iCloud and the release of public nude photos. Or public photos that are nude. What is Celebgate? You guys don't remember that? When like all these celebrities started getting hacked? The girl from the Big Bang Theory, all these. You guys need to read the news more often. Am I the only one that knows
This is the
about
first time I've ever heard
naked
of that.
females that are celebrities? Stuff?
Yeah, apparently none of us.
Okay, so what we just found out is Bob's a pervert. All right, fantastic. Let's move on. Katie.
Is it my turn?
Yep, it's your turn.
Most hated chore for 300, please, Bob.
Hot water, cold water, delicates. All right.
What is doing the laundry?
Good job, Ashley. You're out of the negative. All right.
Got me with the delicates.
The board is yours.
Most hated chores for 400.
All right. Here we go. In 1980, I picked the wrong one. All right, let's try this one. This chore really sucks, in quotations.
Vacuuming. What is vacuuming?
What is vacuuming? Correct.
Oh.
Good job. Okay, let's do a score recap. Look at this. John, 400. Ashley, 600. Katie, 700. It's a tight game.
Dang.
All right, Ashley, the board is yours.
Let's stick with most hated chore.
500. Here we go. Soap scum, hair, urine. All right, Ashley, what's your...
What is cleaning the bathroom?
Holy crap, good job. You're
I know
killing
about
it.
cleaning stuff.
This is true.
All right, the board is yours.
Let's go with 80s toys 400.
80s toys, 400. In 1980, this multicolored square puzzle was released to the world. Katie.
What is the Rubik's Cube?
Correct. Good job.
Yeah, girl.
All right, the board is yours.
Let's do super villains for 100, Bob.
Everybody was kind of like veering away from this one, but when you realize like how easy some of these questions are, you're going to feel silly. All right, super villains, 100.
So what are you saying? If I get this wrong, I'm done.
This supervillain has been portrayed by actors such as Jack Nicholson and Heath Ledger. Jesus, the possum got it.
What is the Joker, Bob?
That is correct. I would have
I
much
was
preferred.
like, I know he's not.
Who is the Joker?
Who is the Joker?
But I'll let
Whatever.
you have it. Okay, the board is yours.
Let's represent 80s toys 500.
80s toys, 500. Here we go. In the year of Bob's birth, this talking bear became friends with millions of children. Oh, the possum got it
Dang,
again.
he's so fast.
What is Teddy Ruxpin, Bob?
Good job. Kill it.
It's like weird.
Am I too close to the mic?
Yeah, you're like,
Yeah, he's getting really excited. He's like, I know it. I know that.
He's like, I'm so good at this
I want
game.
my hiss to come out.
All right, let's go with the scores real quick for these last couple little numbers. We've got John at 1,000, Ashley at 1,100, and Katie at 1,100. It's a
It's a
tight
close
game.
game.
I think I'm not going to give you guys a score anymore. There's only 5 questions left. So, all right, John, where are we going?
Supervillains 200, Bob.
Here we go. Supervillains 200. Danny DeVito once played this cold in quotations underground supervillain. Ashley.
who is the penguin?
Correct. And she said who is. So high five to that. Good job. The board is yours.
Why are you laughing at me? Supervillains 300.
Supervillains 300. Brother of Thor, son of Odin, mischief maker. and the rabbit.
Who is Loki?
Good job.
I don't know whose animal is funnier.
You're all so stupid.
All right, Katie, the board is yours.
Let's do supervillains for 400, Bob.
All right. First appearing in Batman the Animated Series, this supervillain fell head over heels for another supervillain. This supervillain fell in love with another supervillain in Batman. Okay.
Who is Harley Quinn?
Correct. Good job. Where are we going?
Nobody wants to do the clouds.
Let's finish off clouds for 500.
If anybody gets this one right, I will be severely impressed. I pretty much made this one impossible. Here we go. This planet has clouds made of sulfur dioxide. Did I say that right? Dioxide?
Dioxide.
Dioxide? Which planet got that stuff? Anybody want to gamble their money? Nobody?
I think I know this, but I don't want
You got to make the noise if you want to guess.
I don't want to guess because I think I know it, but I don't want to guess.
Oh, what is Venus?
yeah.
Oh, I was going to guess Mars.
I don't even know what that was, but to be honest with you, clouds was such
You
a
were
hard
right.
topic.
What a racist. Yeah. I was.
Why does he keep saying racist?
He says that all the time. Everything's
just
racist.
funny.
I don't know why.
He said his sock
Only
was
to me.
racist last time.
It's just me.
So that
Dang
question,
white clouds.
that question is the reason that I'm so excited about you presenting clouds, because after 4 questions, I ran out of stuff. And I was like, I guess we're going with Venus.
I got nothing.
So, okay, last question. Here we go. Supervillains. If you're an avid listener of the Bob and Katie show or married to him, this will play into your
So
favor.
you're not being fair because some of your questions are like, Bob, this. That's not fair.
This infamous comic book character is Bob's favorite supervillain.
That's not a fair question.
Yes, it is. We've talked about it on the show. If you listen to the show, you know. I am ungodly aggravated that you haven't made the rabbit noise yet.
Your favorite supervillain?
My favorite supervillain.
I honestly don't know.
What? Thanos, the Mad Titan.
Oh, Thanos. That wasn't...
You're not getting any for a week. All right.
I knew
was
that.
so much fun.
I knew that.
That was pretty fun.
That includes Bobberty.
I
So
bought
let's.
you a Thanos toy because I knew you liked him, but...
Did you catch that? I bought you a Thanos, the Mad Titan toy, because I knew you liked him. But I forgot.
Brain, Bob.
All right, here we go. The scores. John.
Boom!
Can you let me read the scores
No.
first? Everybody's going to know. Spoilers.
I can't believe I beat you, Smarty Pants.
So, John
That
from
was
1,000.
fun. We should do that every time.
That was fun.
That was insanely difficult to gather all that stuff up. So, I don't know if we're going to do it every
Get your
time.
crap together, Bob. The rest
Ashley,
of us were having a good time.
1,300. And Katie, the big winner, $1,800.
I told you she was the smartest one at the table. So
I will
she
pay to
proved
you
it.
in sexual favors because I don't have that kind of cash.
What if one of them had won?
I'll give them
would
some
be fun.
water downstairs. They like water.
Some water?
I can get that crap.
Did you guys like that? Was that fun?
That was awesome.
That was fun.
Awesome. Speaking of money, patreon.com
Speaking of money, who's
Yeah,
talking about money?
you guys got to stay with it. I always stay at where we're at. I know that we took like 5 minutes just then to just break or whatever, but the last thing
Dude, ain't nobody was breaking except for you.
the last thing that the listener heard was Katie won $1,800 but wasn't getting it. So speaking
You're the
of
one who
money,
told everybody I got them left. Come on. Get your crap together, Bob.
you got what?
That I got them left.
That was
Don't be giving me no spill
A
on
long time
professionalism, okay?
patreon.com/The Bob and Katie Show. If you enjoy the show and you want more because you've listened to all 112 episodes and you're just like, oh my God, more Bob and Katie, then you can simply go to patreon.com/The Bob and Katie Show, and for $1 get 15 bonus episodes. And that will continue to grow. Not only that, but you'll have a video showing Katie showing how to wink properly.
Nice.
Talking to the mic.
I gotta show you how my Reagan winks. She goes like this. You say, Reagan, can you wink? And she goes.
She does it with her fingers?
Yeah. So cute.
Awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Now,
that is the cutest thing
You're
ever.
a patron.
Yes.
Have you watched the video?
You're confused.
I'm drunk.
Yes, of course. It's hilarious.
You've watched the video. It's good, right? Awesome. So patreon.com/
$1.
Yeah, it's
and go check it out.
It's $1.
It is worth $1.
Holy
It's worth a lot
crap.
more than $1, actually.
Even if you don't
Like gold.
Yeah. Not the dollar.
No, not
the
really.
dollar is not like gold.
That's true.
The American dollar sucks.
Totally worthless.
It is completely worthless unless I can get 1,000 of you guys to all give me one. Then it's worth a little bit more.
Then you can go buy gold.
Yeah. Then I can.
Look at my real gold then.
If you guys give me $1,000, then I can go get $20 in gold.
This is true.
I think that's how it works. So the Bob and Katie Show. No, patreon.com/ the Bob and Katie Show. Now, the next thing we're going to do is my favorite. Everybody here at the table got a topic. And it was your job to bring that topic to the table and discuss it with us and make it interesting. Now, what I didn't tell you was the order. So, John.
Folder out because Ashley has a folder. I'm so unprepared.
John is going to go first because he got the hardest topic, which was clouds.
You're just like enjoying seeing him squirm.
I am.
Great.
Katie is going to go second because she didn't even Google her stuff until like 30 minutes before you guys got here.
Busy.
I got 4 pages.
That's kind of what I was doing.
Ashley is going to go third
She
because
has a
she's got
folder.
a folder of stuff, which you got to be super quiet with it because you're.
Why do you be hating on Ashley and her folder?
No, she's got.
I think he's just jealous that he doesn't have a folder.
You don't have headphones on. When you listen to me, she's got an amazing microphone, and when she's flapping the pages, it goes.
But she's
Make
like,
the noise with the
she
papers.
has-
Make the noise. That's what I'm talking about.
She has 4. Look, she has typed, printed color photos.
You can't look. Don't
They're
look yet.
stapled in a folder.
You're always so impressed by how I'm prepared.
And then
I really am.
Yeah.
Because, like, Katie does not have her ducks in a row.
no, Katie barely got ducks, much less them in order.
My ducks are scattered.
There's a dead duck in the corner right over there.
So, like, you have your like stuff printed and typed, and I'm like, I just Googled some crap 5 minutes.
What are chores?
I'm more of the procrastinate and then wing it type.
That's just my personality type. Remember,
God.
budget manager.
I
Come on,
need
people.
some of your organization to like rub off on me a little bit.
I did this on my lunch break.
Nice.
That's how much I love you.
I don't get a lunch break.
And then I'm going to end it up with 80s toys because I'm cocky and I feel like I'm better than everybody, so I'm going to go last.
Well, at least you're honest. God bless you.
Yeah, I am honest.
Y'all don't
Honest to the point that everybody thinks I'm jerks, but it's really not. I just say what's on my mind. See, a lot of people walk around going, I think this, but I'm going to say this. Screw that noise.
No,
Except for him. He calls everything racist.
Deeply.
I admire your honesty.
Okay, John, clouds, and go.
It's like, put him on this.
How long are we going to talk about clouds?
I don't know. Until we all go.
He's like, when can this be over?
All right.
Eventually, Katie will go, well, I'm going to take over with the stuff I didn't research.
Moving on.
So honestly, I just looked up clouds 30 minutes beforehand, much like Katie. Cumulus clouds are kind of big, puffy, bally clouds. That's right. Bally.
Anything big and bally, I'm down.
Yes. Getting a lot of viewers and listeners now.
I know that was cumulus clouds.
Cumulus are big, bally, fluffy clouds.
All right, fantastic. And we've learned from Boberty that if they're white, that is from the sunlight's reflection.
And they're racist.
Deeply racist.
So wait, cumulus clouds are just racist clouds that are fat and float around the sky.
It's kind of
Yup. Fat.
Fat white cumulus clouds on a sunny day. You can just pretty much hate life. That's what's happening.
That's all you got? Come on.
What else you got, man?
All right. So I'm looking at some notes. I have some notes.
Regardless of what you feel right now, home run so far.
This is great so far.
Reverend
I
Brad.
was trying not to pee.
So then,
Wait, what?
Trying not to pee.
I swear you are
So you're
so
just
full
sitting
this
over
mic
there?
is
well,
crazy out.
I can move back.
So
I didn't
no.
want to not be heard.
Let's recap. We're recapping.
That too far?
He said cumulus clouds, and Katie said, "Well, I'm going to piss in a chair." It's real easy to get you
together, though.
get you excited, right?
I pee way too easily.
Not excited. That's not the wrong word. Okay, fine. We're going to move on.
If I do jumping jacks, it's all downhill.
What else we got?
You've confused everybody, not just the people listening, but everybody at the table.
Well, after you have kids, sometimes your bladder muscles get weak. And if I do jumping jacks, then pee
She does have a weak
out.
bladder.
You gotta do those kegels.
That's right, man.
We
I know, I
drove
really
to Hartsville, South Carolina, which is, 3.5 hours from us?
Kegels or kegels? I have no
Kegels.
idea.
Kegels.
Are you ever like, am I doing this right?
Well, if speaking into the mic is what you're asking about, then no, you're not doing it right. Can you come up?
That's why I'm all over the mic.
Yeah, he's all up on it. I don't like it. He's
So we drove to
I want you to
Hartsville.
tap it.
It's going to hurt people.
Whoa.
It's a different show.
There ain't going to be any tapping anything until y'all go home. We're
wrong.
even this poker table might
I mean,
look,
they do have a babysitter for the night.
they do.
So who knows?
This poker table might look nice,
Or try to
but
get
I
home.
would. I'm very confident that if you try tapping anything on top of this poker table, it's gonna fold in half and fall down. Look at this. When I push down on everything on the table shakes.
Wait, I want to hear more about clouds. This is hilarious.
I'm trying to get my story out. We drove to South Carolina, Hartsville, South
It's
Carolina.
John's turn.
Like we're talking
It's
about
not
your
your
bladder.
turn.
We're talking about your bladder.
We're
I'm
supposed
talking.
to talk about clouds.
His job was to bring something to the table and make us talk. And we're talking. What you're trying to do is get him to rattle off a list. That's not what's happening. He brought up something that talked about me, talking about you peeing in the car. So that's where we're
I
going.
didn't pee in the car.
I know you did. And if you'd let me talk about the story, then you would know that. Hartsville, South Carolina. It took us about 3.5 hours. We had to stop 5 times.
We didn't stop 5 times.
How many times was it?
I don't know. It wasn't 5.
How many? Give me a number between 1 and 5.
I don't know. Maybe 3?
It was 3. We'll go with 3. 3 times. Then my buddy Tim and I went to New York. Okay? Didn't stop until Jersey.
Jesus.
Well, maybe you guys aren't drinking enough water.
10 hours we went without stopping for gas
You
or
clearly
urinate.
are dehydrated. That's not healthy. You can have an infection.
Yikes.
Like, that's nothing to brag about. Like, oh, I went like a whole day without peeing. That's not healthy. It's healthy to pee a lot.
Yeah, right in the chair at the podcast table. That's where we.
I didn't say I was going to pee right here.
What other kind of clouds you got? You go with cumulus clouds? That was.
Racist bally
Cumulonimbus
cloud.
clouds are
Whoa, what?
cumulonimbus clouds are
Whoa.
multisyllabic words and very long and puffy and much like cumulus, but just taller and higher in the atmosphere.
Long and puffy sounds like
Long
somebody
and
you
puffy.
know.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
All right, what else you got?
Let's see what we got. I think stratus clouds are kind of more elongated.
Those are like those melancholy clouds. They just like, man, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna drag right here.
Stratos, like the He-Man guy. To link into 80s toys.
Whoa!
Stratos.
Look at him. He's like cross-referencing stuff.
Cross-referencing.
Holy
That's
crap!
fancy.
See, he. This is what happened. John was like, I'm not sure. I just kind of like did stuff 30 minutes beforehand. But he's like, he brought his A game.
Procrastination
Oh, yeah.
and
So-
winging it is not that bad.
It's kind of like
Y'all gonna kill me, and I got notes.
It's kind of like when you go to see a movie. You know, you're like, oh wow, this movie's gonna be great. And it's just good. Then you're like, man, it really sucked. But if you go into a
like
movie,
Must Love Dogs.
yes, that's not what I'm talking about. When you go into a movie and your mindset is, man, this movie's probably going to suck, and then it's good, you're like, wow, it's really good. It's all about
See?
perspective.
We can do a podcast.
See,
John.
he came in and told us all.
Perspective
Yes.
is reality.
He came in and told us all it was going to suck, and then he gave us some mediocre stuff. And we're like, oh wow, this is awesome.
Yeah. It sucked until Stratos.
What else you got? Is that it?
What else we got? Cirrus clouds. The picture looks kind of like these weird demon birds, to be honest. I don't think I've ever seen those, but that's kind of what they look like. So
Don't pee in the chair, Bob.
What kind of clouds were they? What are
these
they
are
called?
the cirrus
demon-
clouds.
they're demon
the
bird
winged
clouds.
bird.
Wait, Sirius clouds?
Cirrus, C-I-R-C-U-S.
He's Googling it right now.
No, I mean, this was saved on my
It's his
phone.
notes.
So, yeah, cirrus clouds. Freaky, demon winged birds.
So, listeners, if you ever
crazy.
look into the sky and you're like, oh,
That cloud
snap,
looks like a
that's-
demon
that's
bird.
A demon bird.
C-I-R-R-U-S. My
Then you can be
mistake.
like,
cirrus clouds.
That's a Sirius cloud, homie.
Word.
That's like some knowledge that somebody can drop on somebody in a weird situation. Whoa.
That's some demon bird clouds.
This dude knows about them Cirrus clouds.
Shit's crazy.
I love you so much.
She's talking to me, not her
I've already
husband. I don't know what's
cursed
going
twice
on
in
right
the
now.
episode. I apologize.
What?
I said I've already cursed twice in the episode. I apologize
That's okay.
to the listeners.
It's okay. We can just put in like
It'll be
a different word, like
I'm telling you right
cupcake or
now,
something.
we're going to get...
insert
Oh,
hiss.
you know what you can
insert
do?
the hiss.
Yes, insert the hiss
That is-
over his cursing.
Oh.
fantastic.
So we get emails
Can
quite
you
often.
please do that?
We get emails quite often. I'm telling you right now, the emails I'm going to get now is, wow, that John guy, please have him back
Can
on.
you please come back?
He talked about them Cirrus
Demon
clouds.
birds.
He'd be like, I want to talk about the Cirrus clouds.
And he brought up Stratos.
Yeah, he was like, them Stratos
Freaky
and the Cirrus
flying
clouds. That
cat.
guy's
He-Man.
You're
energy.
gonna have us on, and we're gonna talk about. I can't say it. Never mind. Might
gonna
mess
be
it
crazy.
up. Never mind.
What? Might mess what up? What you talking about?
This might come out after. Never mind. Just never mind.
What are you talking about?
Secret.
All right, we got secrets here.
It's
Never mind.
confidential.
So is it? Is that all you got? It's okay.
I mean,
you can
there's
say yeah.
more, but let's just roll on.
Just
to-
drop the mic, man.
He's
Not
like,
not
move-
literally.
moving
Don't
on.
touch my mic.
Moving on.
All right, there you go, Katie. That's a tough act to follow. That was a pretty good segment.
And I am so unprepared.
It's all right.
Okay, most
Because
hated
I had
chore.
Most hated chore.
Here we go.
And like, I'm like, okay, it's gonna be different for everybody because there's like so many chores, right? I know my own personal most hated chore.
I would like
Seriously?
I would like to know. What is your
Oh,
most
Mr.
hated-
Bob, I don't freaking do chores because my wife does them all for me.
Mhm, like those
I don't want
socks
to hear
you
it.
don't pick up.
Right?
You're right.
My most hated chore is picking up Bob's goddamn socks
You know
on
what?
the floor. I'm spitting.
Hey, you know what? I'm a man. I'll admit when I'm wrong. You know what? You know what? I don't do enough chores. I spend way too much time doing silly things like paying for everything in your life. So maybe I should focus a little more on chores.
Don't even go there.
Wait, no, the best part about that nobody gonna see is Ashley and John both went and like didn't move and talk.
She's gonna reach across the table and punch him.
I'm sorry. Go ahead with your topics.
So
I'm just playing. I love you. Please don't hate
my
me.
most hated chore is laundry.
Really?
It didn't used to be until we had 3 kids, and now I'm doing laundry for 5 people, and I feel like I do laundry like nonstop. And it's not even so much like gathering the dirty laundry, making sure it's in the hamper, then taking it down the stairs to the washing machine, washing it, drying it. It's the folding it and putting it away. I don't mind all the other steps, but like folding it, hanging it, whatever, putting it in its place.
Especially
it's just,
little bitty clothes.
right?
Little
If
bitty
we,
clothes.
I
Little bitty
swear,
clothes.
if we ever win the lottery, the first thing we will spend money on is we will hire somebody to freaking fold children's laundry.
Oh man, I just got new socks.
I mean,
Wait, let me tell you. Hang on. Is this weird? All right. Once a year, or maybe once every year and a half, I'll just go, I don't want these socks anymore. So I'll go to the store.
What? You don't.
I just don't
you
want
just
these socks
You don't
anymore.
want to wear socks?
No, I want to wear socks every day.
Old socks.
Oh.
Ew.
I'll go to Walmart and I'll find a sock that I'm like, I like this one, and I'll buy 30 pair. And then I come
Or
home.
24.
And it was 24 pair this time. And I come home and I'll find every other sock I own and throw it in the garbage.
Even if there's nothing wrong with
No,
it.
I don't do that.
Is that weird?
He's weird.
Is it weird?
Yeah, it's okay. Please
It's
say
no,
yes.
you can say,
A little bit.
Right?
wasteful?
Perfectly good socks.
You didn't know they're not perfectly good
No,
socks.
because
I
I
wear the
throw-
shit out them socks.
I do your
for a year
laundry
and
and
a
I
half.
throw away the ones with holes in them.
She throws away my clothes all the time.
If they have holes in them,
Right.
That's crazy.
I throw away the ones with holes. You're just like, let me gather up every sock that I have a personal connection with in my
Purging
life and
socks.
throw them in the trash.
Now, let me ask you this. If you were the person that had to do the laundry, not that you have to, but that you're the one that does the laundry,
I have
right?
to. You
if
don't
you're
even
the
know
person,
which one is the
You have
washing
to.
machine.
if you're the person that does the laundry, and then all of a sudden all 24 pairs are the same exact sock, and you can just grab 2 of them and put them together no matter what, and you
Yes,
don't
that
have to
makes it
look for
easier.
pairs.
Yes, I see your point.
Pretty amazing, right?
But in the grand scheme of
Pretty
things,
amazing, right?
matching your socks,
Yeah.
Pretty
Still
amazing,
wasteful.
right?
Unless they have holes, it's still wasteful.
it is. It's extremely wasteful.
Whatever. I live in America, and the dollar ain't worth nothing. I threw it in the trash, and I got 24 pairs.
Oh my God.
Good, clean.
I'm gonna start collecting
Every-
your socks.
you could
and
just
sending
put
them to
all of
people
those
in other
socks,
countries
all of
that
those
need
socks were
Right?
a year.
There you
All
go.
of those socks were a year and a half old. They were worn out.
I have socks
the
I've had
stuff-
for like 8 years.
I'm
Throw 'em in
gonna.
the
You know
weird
what?
donate box.
This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna show you.
Right?
I'm gonna show
The
you all
one
my
with the
legs.
coffee table
Hey,
that's in better shape than
I'm
ours.
talking. I'm talking.
Shut it, woman.
I'm gonna show you all my legs. Look at these legs. Even though I'm real fat up top, the leg
Why are
part.
we talking about your legs?
We're talking about socks. Damn it! Listen to me.
I don't know where we're going with this.
There's an ending.
I just think I'm so confused.
Getting provocative. folks.
You guys can all agree.
He's like, look at my legs.
No,
Look at these sexy, muscular legs.
just for context, Bob's leg is now propped up on a chair in front of everybody.
Oh my God.
Listen, there's an end game to this. We can all agree. We can all agree Bob's real fat from the waist up, right?
No, because you lost some weight. So.
I did lose a lot of weight, and it's really sad because I lost a whole person. I'm still fat as hell. Okay?
Fat as hell.
Bob's fat from the waist up. But if you look at Bob's legs, super muscular. The reason for that is because the reason I'm fat is not because I'm lazy. It's because I eat too much. Or I did eat too much, right? Real lazy
What does
people.
this have to do with your socks?
I'm getting there. Just follow me. Stop interrupting. If you get real lazy, then your whole leg gets fat. My legs are real muscular because they're carrying all this crap around all day. So when I put these socks on, this part tends to stretch out. So the real stretchy part of the sock gets real loose. So then eventually I buy 24 new pair and the socks just feel better. And she didn't
enough.
have to match them.
Fair enough.
What else you got, Miss
John's got
Laundry
those
Queen?
socks that have like a left and a right. They're all fancy.
Yeah.
What?
Really?
true.
Your socks? I
don't
didn't
have
even
any on
know
now.
they
Yeah,
made such socks.
That's like
That's
something
just a
out of the
scam, 'cause
Twilight
it doesn't
Zone.
really do anything. It's just like, oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't
it's a left
understand
sock.
it, but
It says left on it.
Yeah, it's got a little L, and the other one's got a little R.
What?
It really seems like you have to pay a lot more for that sock than what I pay for mine.
I don't know. I think
That's why
they're
I
like
said they're
Nike
fancy
socks. Or
socks.
Can I ask you a question? Where do
Sure.
you go to get the left and right socks from?
was that a Christmas present
I
or
think
did
it
you
was a
buy
Christmas
those?
gift, yeah.
How many socks
And then
did
I
you
was kinda
get for
stoked about it,
Christmas?
so I was
Day?
like, I want only these, and then it was ridiculous.
Have
So
you bought any?
No, I've actually still got some in the drawer from like 3 Christmases ago. I'm kind of hoarding them for.
no, I don't save socks
Some
for 3
bizarre-
Christmases.
Well,
I
your
don't
mom
have
always goes to that. What is that sports store?
Dick's.
No, not that one. The other one.
it. Dick bag. If you want to laugh at that, go to Bob's Facebook page and watch the video.
Did you really post that video on Facebook?
Oh
Yeah,
God, like
it's really
6
long.
In the
hours ago.
parking lot?
In the parking lot.
What are you talking about?
Totally
The
different
one where
video.
you're like you're changing a light.
Oh my God.
Did you watch the whole
I
video?
didn't know. It was like 5 minutes long. So,
So-
I stopped at like 2 minutes. And was
So
like,
you
this
missed
is
the.
long.
So the only people that really got the enjoyment out of the video is if they hunkered down and like stayed with it. At the end of that video, she chased me all the way up the stairs, and I had to barricade myself in the bathroom. Oh yeah,
You deserved it.
true story.
sounds great.
It's a really good video if you wait through all the boring crap.
It wasn't boring.
It was one of those movies that, like, if you put it in the theater,
I
it
was
would have
legit
flopped.
just trying to change the light bulb.
I know, this poor girl.
And you were distracting me
Just
instead of
bothering
helping
her.
me. You were supposed to be helping. You were supposed to be handing me the light bulbs.
Instead, you're like, in her face.
He's like, make a weird noise.
Did you watch that part? She sounded like an alien.
Wait, make an alien noise while
Do
you're
alien,
changing
do
the
it now.
light bulb.
Do alien noise. What does an alien sound
I
like?
don't even know. What did I do? I said,
That should have been your Bobberty noise.
you said my favorite animal. Aliens aren't an animal.
You're
What do you
right.
think
You're
alien
right.
sounds like?
You're right.
I don't know.
Let me hear your alien.
I don't have an alien sound.
The kids lately, they'll come up to me and go,
Probably sounds
I'm
like-
being a robot. Beep, boop, beep, boop. And it's
That's pretty good.
the
That's pretty cool.
cutest thing.
What's that noise that I make in you? What is that movie?
Whoa,
That's from?
whoa.
It's getting crazy.
You need to stop.
It's alien related.
Predator.
God.
It's
Yes.
alien related?
Predator.
There's a probe.
That's what it is. That's an alien in it. Can we do it?
That's like The Grudge, though, or The Ring.
The
One of
Grudge.
those.
God!
Wait,
Yeah.
good
She
job.
does horse impressions and alien impressions. So good.
Did you say a whore impression?
No, horse.
Hey now.
Oh,
Her
horse.
animal was
Okay,
a
I was like,
horse.
whoa, what?
It's a family
Jeez,
show.
John's gonna punch you.
You got any more for the most hated chore? That's pretty good. What you got? Let's bring it on.
So I was like,
Yeah.
come to find out if you like Google
Yeah.
about chores, it's just like chores for kids, age appropriate chores, and I don't really give a crap about that. But I stumbled across this really delightful little list, and I have not read the entire list, but I thought it would be fun to read together of how to make. Did you use my phone and exit out of it?
No, I haven't touched your phone. I haven't touched your phone.
You Googled how long can the Nikon D3200 record?
I might have used your phone.
You jerk.
My list is gone!
Well, I have a question for you.
Oh my
Can't remember
god!
Do you?
Oh my god, there was little legs touching my shit.
What? Whose little leg? What?
Crazy
Ashley
folks.
was kicking her legs. And they touched the hairs on mine.
God,
Like little
scared
legs.
me. I didn't even know.
You're
I touched
sitting on
you.
the side of the table by yourself. I was like, what kind of little legs are touching
that
you?
was for you.
Oh my gosh.
Alien legs.
Do you let
Oh my
your kids try to hang up any of those teeny itty bitty clothes?
No.
No, they don't. No, that's a lie. Reagan helps me hang up laundry. She helps me fold laundry too. And she's actually like pretty good at it. Like pants and like washcloths and things like that. She's like, it's amazing. I didn't even like teach her. I never sat down and was like, okay, fold it like this and like this. She just watched me and she tries to do it. And I'm like, all right. Now my OCD kicks in. Like she folds some crap and it's like all, you know, not good. And so like whenever she's not like, because I don't want to discourage her. I'm like, if this girl wants to fold laundry, I will let her.
You need some help. That's what I'm
So like
asking.
when she's not looking, I'll grab it and like refold it. Or sometimes if it's not that bad, I just like let it
So
go.
what you're
But-
doing is teaching her that mediocre is okay.
Shut up.
She's 3.
At least
doing
she's
the
helping me
best
fold
she can.
laundry more than you're doing. Oh,
burn.
I'm sorry. We'll just sit here and wait for you to pull up another list.
Well, you use my phone. and
That's because your stupid camera would only record video for
I thought
20
you were
minutes.
going to call me stupid, and I was like, you're going to punch in the nose.
You're not going
Notice
to punch
how
me
he
in the
said-
nose.
I'd throw that
Camera
fitted sheet
and
on there,
not
man. The fitted sheet's
camcorder.
got to be a hated chore.
What is
The
it?
fitted sheet has got to be on the hated chore list.
Yeah, did you
That's
record
right.
that yet?
Not
I
yet.
did not.
But we have really cool plans for that. I will tell
So
you
wait,
after.
were you trying to fold a
the
fitted
podcast.
sheet today?
Were you? Did you write
I
a
didn't even
note?
try. No, I
He
simply...
just threw it on the floor. Well, that's done.
Yeah, exactly.
It looks the same on the floor as
I
it did on the
actually put it in
bed.
the closet before, and she thought I was kidding about just wadding it up and put it in the closet until
Yeah,
we
and I
found
it, and I was like,
I wasn't kidding.
no.
I just wadded up
I
and put it in the
kid you
closet.
not.
You don't need to talk anymore until you find your list.
I have found where he took a sheet out to use. You were making like a fort or something with the kids. It was a king size sheet, and it was wadded up. I don't even think it was a fitted sheet. I think it was a flat sheet. It was literally like
Rolled,
just
rolled.
like that, just like that, and thrown in the linen closet. Yes, I found it.
I'm not denying it.
I
That probably
found it.
happened.
This list could be really stupid because
It's a sheet. And it's in a closet. You can't see it and you're not using it. What does it matter?
The door
It
and I
totally
saw
matters to me. I
You
thought-
opened the door and you were like, that son of a bitch.
Exactly.
It was
I was like, oh no, he didn't.
Are you weird about your towels too? Like I want my towels a certain way. in the
Oh my
closet.
God,
Yes,
yes.
and this
It's so stupid.
he can.
God, it looks
It is.
pretty.
It's all kinds
You
of
know who
stupid.
taught me? It's real embarrassing.
Like if you look up stupid in the dictionary, there's a picture of her towels beside it.
listen, I'm
Or
embarrassed.
OCD, either one of those. If you look up either one of those, it's a picture of her
And
towels.
folding the fitted sheet. I just can't
Martha
give that one.
Stewart
It's
taught me
crazy.
how to do towels.
Don't follow anything of Martha Stewart. Didn't she go to jail? She was in jail. She did stuff with Snoop Dogg, and y'all following her steps.
Listen,
Snoop Dogg.
Her and Snoop Dogg like best friends.
Have y'all seen Snoop Dogg? Please tell me y'all watched those videos of
where he
him,
like
narrating.
The wrestling and whatnot. Oh, it's so.
There's
good.
one.
There's
where
all
he's
kinds of stuff,
like an alligator or something. He's like,
so he has
the alligator's coming. What's he doing?
So no.
Oh my
He's
god!
got-
I have to look it up. It's
He
so
does
funny.
his he does like that martial arts fighting stuff too, MMA. He like narrates that stuff. It's so good.
Oh my god.
It's so good.
No,
It
I
is
had no
hilarious.
idea.
He's
I'm
like,
gonna-
oh look, he creeping. What are you doing? It is so
Look at it, God, son. It's so good.
So I'm gonna look up some YouTube videos after
You have
we're done.
to.
Yeah.
Because that sounds fantastic. Man, what those stupid like Amazon crap. I had
Fantastic. Good list. All right, Ashley.
I didn't even
It was a good segment though. You nailed it. Even though Bob jumped on your stuff.
Moving on. Look,
All
this
right.
freaking Amazon
Congratulations.
spam crap
Yeah.
popped up. Probably got viruses.
So I looked up super
It does
villains.
it.
I'm really intrigued about the supervillains.
Okay, well, this was like the worst topic for me ever because I know nothing about supervillains whatsoever.
At least it wasn't clouds.
True.
His mic sounds so good. Every time he talks, he leans in.
I
Coming
learned
in.
that they used to
Hello.
make
Hi there.
lye to wash the clothes in out of ashes and urine.
Yikes.
Wait, excuse me, what? Today?
What, huh?
They washed their clothes in lye in like the 1800s.
So-
and they made it out of ashes and urine.
So the next time you're like, hey, do some laundry, I just pee on them and hang them on a line.
Well,
We're
I
good
was
to go?
like, it's kind of
throw
made
in
me
the
feel
ash.
like maybe I shouldn't complain. I don't have it that bad. I don't have to go beat our laundry
I thought you were going to
on
be
a
like, beat
rock in
Bob.
the river.
Yeah.
With rocks.
Yeah. So I was like, maybe it's not so
Some
bad.
bitch, he shrank my shirt. I'm going to hit him with this rock.
I'm sorry. Continue on.
Okay, so supervillains.
Here we
I'm
go.
trying to go like this because
I'm intrigued, man. Supervillains.
But I
She
looked up.
does. She has pictures and everything.
Well, because
I didn't see them though.
Don't look.
I
Don't
didn't
look.
see them.
But
Cheating.
I looked up supervillains, and the Joker came up a lot,
Of course he did.
like a lot, which kind of made me happy because he's probably the only one that I actually know. But I thought this was interesting. So, what do y'all think about this? Who do you think, if you know trivia, was the person who officially holds the crown for playing the Joker, like the voice of the Joker, for the longest?
It's Luke Skywalker. What's his name?
Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill. Yeah.
Yes. And look at this photo that I found. It was so funny.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So there's this
at that.
interview. Yeah, there's this interview of Mark Hamill, and what he does is he reads a script of Luke Skywalker talking to the Joker, and it is unbelievably good.
What?
Oh yeah.
So he just kind of like goes back and forth.
Oh yeah. He's so good at it.
Wow.
See, y'all like knew that like it was nothing. I had no idea.
I
Even
know
though-
that thanks to Bob.
I'm
Bob.
telling you, even though we don't talk about a lot of geek stuff on the Bob and Katie show, if you look around the room, obviously I'm into it.
He
has a
also
Joker.
There's actually a Luke Skywalker. I don't know where I put him.
he also had
There's
a
one in here somewhere.
This little
I'm
cat
sorry.
right here.
Yeah. Oh, there he is.
Lightsaber
Yeah.
missing his hand, all 9 yards.
There you go.
Word.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. He also had a midget sidekick. Anybody know his name?
Luke Skywalker did?
No.
The Joker.
The Joker.
Oh.
I don't know that.
Wait, hang on.
I don't know that one.
He had a
In
midget.
Batman 186.
186. Oh, like issue 186?
Yes, I don't know.
Okay, who is it?
Gaggy?
All right.
Gaggy. That's cute.
I guess I'm saying that.
Do you have a picture of him?
No.
Wait, is there anything about Gaggy? Or?
I learned something new already.
Okay, this was a list that I found that was like 14 bizarre facts that proves that the Joker is the best supervillain of all
Because he had a
time.
guy named Gaggy standing beside
It
him?
had, I don't know.
No, that's what you do. No, I get it. This is what you do.
It's funny.
So, like, if you're like an average-looking person, right? You make friends with a bunch of ugly people, and when you go out in a group, you're like, oh, wow, that person looks real good.
Mm-hmm.
So he surrounded himself with people like Gaggy, and then he was like, wow, the Joker, that's a supervillain right there.
Gaggy, also known as Gagsworth.
Yeah.
That makes sense. You know what? If you'd have said Gagsworth, I'd have been like, oh, okay, I know.
It also says that he knows that Batman is Bruce Wayne, but he doesn't care.
He doesn't. And he won't, and the reason because one of his favorite things...
This is Ashley's topic.
Fine, I'll shut up.
No, please.
No, good. No, that's okay.
I don't know.
No, I'm done.
Dang it.
Just read your list and see how fun that's going to be.
Rudeness.
I'm not trying. I need help.
I got Batman knowledge, and y'all just make me sit over here and be quiet.
And he was also supposed to be killed off like 80 years ago in the 40s at some point.
That's true. There she goes
The
with that
internet
paper.
said so. Sorry.
Do you need to run away and get more wine?
I'm not going to read all of these.
Put that finger down. That's not appropriate for the podcast.
It said, okay, do you know who another superhero that punched a hole in his chest at some point?
That was Superman.
How do you know this stuff?
Because I read comic books. There's 1,000 of them right there.
He punched a hole in the Joker's chest?
He sure did.
Superman
Killed
did,
him. Yeah. And the reason is, but this is why he did it. So so Superman was just chilling, right? He's like, hey, I'm doing the normal stuff. We're going to lock the Joker in jail, blah, blah, blah. And he hit him with this powder. Poof. And what it did was it made him hallucinate, right? So he grabbed Lois Lane and thought Lois Lane was an enemy and took Lois Lane into the atmosphere and killed her.
That's what it says.
This was an injustice God among us. So he came back down.
Actually, it says that the Joker tricked him into thinking he had killed Lois Lane.
Oh, I might have read it wrong. Once again, vodka.
I don't know. That's what it says.
I'm going to go back on.
Superman punched a hole right through his chest.
Yeah, he pulled his heart out. Batman tried to stop him.
Nice.
And he slammed Batman. Bow! Get out of my way, you dark idiot. And then he pulled his heart out and killed him.
The Joker killed Robin.
There's been quite a few Robins.
Yeah, it says in 1989's edition or something, he kidnapped Robin, he ties him up in a warehouse, and then he blows it up.
Poor little
It's just
Poor
a shag.
Robin.
Robin's always getting shagged.
right.
He appeared
The Dark
in
Knight Returns is when all that stuff went downhill. So, if you look at the stuff from, the 60s, Batman was real, happy, bright-colored stuff. And in the 86 or so, Dark Knight Returns came out. And, everything went real negative real fast. It was the best thing could have ever happened for the Batman.
That's sad.
The Joker character was inspired by, do you know this too? Probably.
No, I don't.
A movie from 1928 called The Man Who Laughs.
No, I didn't know that.
Huh. I've learned, so much new things already.
And he appeared, you'll love this, John, he appeared in Scooby-Doo at some point.
Really?
There was a lot of
I can
characters that
remember
appeared in Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
All them Globetrotters.
Yep.
All kinds of
I
weirdos.
remember the Globetrotters too.
Did you guys know this? When Batman first came out, he had guns. He used to shoot people.
God, this is great.
Yeah,
Like Batman Punisher.
Okay, who's Lobo?
Lobo is this big, huge chain guy. He was going to be a big villain at some point, but really just didn't make it.
All right, well.
I actually have a crossover in one of those boxes called Lobo the Duck, which is when Howard the Duck crossed paths with, what they did was Marvel and DC came together and formed this, company. I was hey, we're going to put out comic book characters, and they mixed the two together. So instead of, Howard the Duck, it was Lobo the Duck.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
Well, it's funny because when I was reading through this, it actually made me think of you. I was like, if John was a supervillain, he maybe would be Lobo, because it says that he was banned from both heaven and hell. Hell because he likes to be tortured,
God.
and from heaven
my.
because
He's an asshole.
Oh my gosh.
and heaven because he creates mass hysteria,
Because he likes possums. Sorry, go ahead.
starts riots and protests.
When was the last time you started a riot or a
No,
protest?
it just made me think of him because he's kind of a tortured soul, and he kind of is very hard on himself and does these things that's a little bit torture. He's kind of torturing himself.
If you told me that, I'd be he must be an artist. But in fact, he's just retired. He's a retired artist.
And the
Stupid
riots and
anthropology.
protests, I think, because he's very politically driven in personal life, and I feel like he could rile some stuff up.
Nice.
Yeah.
So it just made me think of him. It was weird.
What page are we on in your list of things?
I'm going fast. I'm not going to sit here for all night. Who do you know quizzing you since you know everything.
I don't know everything.
You do.
He thinks he does, but he really
I do think I do.
Who did Superman once admit was the most powerful being on the face of the earth?
I don't know. Was it the brain guy? What's his name?
Martian Manhunter? I say that like a question mark because I don't know
Martian
who any of these people are. Martian Manhunter?
Ooh, that might be out of the reach of my geekness.
No idea.
Yeah, I'm not even.
Okay, the last thing I found that I thought
Learned
was
something
funny
else.
is silly supervillains.
Oh,
You know that?
yeah. Thinking outside the box. Here we go.
So Kite Man.
I don't know who Kite Man is.
Kite
I'm
Man?
interested.
Kite Man.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah, that sounds lame.
What was his
So-
superpower?
And I do have a picture
He
of
floated
him,
in the sky?
actually.
Oh, yeah. What is that from?
Oh, what is that? Batman.
Whoa.
All of them are for Batman. I'm like, isn't that weird? There was like a couple that weren't from Batman, but the funniest ones were from Batman. But he really loves kites. And he likes attacking Batman and Robin with tiny kites.
Oh my god!
And
would so
he
watch that
uses
movie.
remote control kites for robberies.
Okay.
But nobody's impressed.
I want a remote
Kite Man.
control kite.
Yep.
Dun-dun-dun,
And then
dun-dun-dun.
Condiment King.
Oh,
Ever heard of
my
this?
gosh.
This really sounds like Power Ranger super villains.
Oh yeah. 'cause
This is
they're
also
villains.
from Batman. And let's
They
see, what
fired
does it
that
say?
writer.
The
The Condiment King.
Somebody
only-
needed to come up with a new supervillain. They had a deadline,
Serious,
and
listen how funny
they
this
were
is.
panicking.
His only powers are a pair of guns that shoot different condiments, including ketchup and mustard, and also sometimes hot sauce.
That's for
Wow.
special occasions.
Pretty terrible.
And then the last one is the Killer Moth. He is also from Batman, and this made me think of you because you like to say layer about a house.
She's
So-
touching her husband, John.
That's me. Retired.
He created his own moth lair.
My lair.
Yeah, he says his lair all the time. I don't know why.
Maybe John is secretly.
I thought this was so stupid. It says, let's talk about how that's not scary at all unless you're wearing your favorite wool sweater.
Oh my gosh!
But it was talking
Oh
about
my gosh!
he has a purple costume and red and green striped tights.
I never even heard of this stuff before.
Super scary.
I feel like I've learned so much stuff.
That's pretty weird.
That's all I got.
You're not going to learn anything from my stuff.
Probably not.
Nothing.
That's okay. It'll be fun,
So,
though.
I had 80s toys.
The nostalgia.
And at first I was like, yeah, I know a lot about 80s toys. But then I started looking at the stuff and I was like, you really can't talk about this stuff. I mean, like, you can go, hey, do you remember blah, blah, blah? You're like, yeah, I remember
Teddy
that.
Ruxpin.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember that. But what do you want to talk about? Nothing. It was fun. Right? So then I tried to think a little creatively. I tried to find stuff, and I will show you exactly what I came up with. This is the first thing I found. The most dangerous
I mean,
toys
he has like
from the
the
80s.
TV,
Nice.
the
No,
iPad.
that's not even fair.
Darts. Did you guys ever see that?
I
They
remember
were
those.
big metal darts.
Freaky lawn darts.
And you would throw
I've
them.
never heard of that before.
You would throw them through the air. They were like this big.
They were
Yeah.
metal.
Oh,
They
yeah.
were
They
real,
were
man.
metal spikes.
How
And
do
then
we not die?
It's like a three-wheeler.
Oh,
man.
no.
Super dangerous.
people died.
Oh, they did.
Oh,
What?
absolutely.
That's why they don't make them anymore.
So eventually they
I'm
went,
sorry, dead
whoa,
people.
we can't do this anymore because they were killing kids and adults. It was this one
Who
girl.
thought that was a good idea?
This one girl was like in she was like her 12 or so when she went into a coma, and somebody
Like-
was like, we got to stop this.
Were people like impaled?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yes. So you know how you can't really throw darts well? You always be like hitting the wall and stuff.
Why you calling
Could you
her out?
imagine? Could you imagine if that dart was 13 pounds?
We're like outside playing with our kids. Watch out, kids!
Like that's what would happen. So there you go.
Like I told you not to run over there.
Jarts.
Oh, is that a pogo ball? I want to order myself one of those.
Oh yeah,
I
this is a
remember
pogo
that.
ball.
I remember.
I
that
never
thing,
had one.
yep.
There was nobody.
So what's
thought
that
that was
thing
a good
called?
idea. Pogo ball.
I always
Really?
wanted one.
Oh,
The
yes.
pogo ball.
You're right. Okay.
Like
Okay.
who could who could do? It was like impossible.
Let's see
Metal
what the next one
playgrounds?
was.
Oh yeah, slap wristy things. What's that called?
I didn't pick slap wristy. This is a list, but I didn't pick it from there.
I remember that. Oh my god, they were so fun.
Reagan still has some. They
So-
still make them.
According to this article, the slap wrist things, Just scratch people up a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing crazy about it.
Oh yeah, there was like this big to-do about, they were like, slip and slide, yeah, gonna slit your wrist.
I'm not talking about slip and slides. This is what I'm talking about. I am talking about the Hang 10 mini hammock.
Dun, dun, dun.
What?
So this is called the Hang 10, right?
That looks
Here's the
not
thing.
safe.
It's a hammock for children.
Mm-hmm.
But then after about 12 or 13 kids died, they were like, oh, maybe we shouldn't do that.
How'd they die?
So the hammock...
It says death cocoon.
Good
Yeah,
Christ.
that's the death cocoon.
Death
So-
by hammock.
This isn't actually a picture of the death cocoon.
Death cocoon.
What would happen is these kids would get in these hammocks and it will fold up on them and they would get trapped and die.
No.
Oh,
That
my
just seems
God.
weird.
True story,
Right,
man. It's a
yeah,
true
what
story.
What are they made
Look
of?
at-
Because
look
that
right there.
picture...
calling it the Hang 10.
At least 12. Oh my God. At least 12 children died of asphyxiation because of the products before the products were eventually recalled in 1996. This went on for a long time, man. It's fine. Just one died. Oh, just another one died. Oh, that's fine. And after about 10 years, like, we losing like a kid a year, a dying, hanging from these hammocks.
That just seems dumb. Why didn't they make it out of mesh? Then you wouldn't die.
Yeah, like, what were they made out of that, like, they suffocated? Because in the picture, it's like, yeah, mesh,
like how do you die?
netting.
Unless you get like
They could just remarket it as death cocoon, and I'm pretty sure people would be down with it.
60, look at this. 61,000 people were reported injured over an 8-year period and 12 died.
Dang.
From jarts?
No, this is, oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
My bad. I scrolled too far. Yeah, so back to the jar, 61,000 people were hurt
Huh.
in an 8-year period.
maybe
That's
maybe
a
they just
lot
got
of
tangled
injuries.
up, like
Like, that's a lot of injuries.
I've
from
got-
the jarts.
One more really good one. In the 1980s, we would be introduced to the Cabbage Patch Kids.
yeah.
Oh, I loved Cabbage
Did you like how they
Patch.
smelled?
Whoa, that
No,
went
they-
in a weird direction real
they
fast, didn't it?
smell good. They smell like they have a smell.
I had a
They
Cabbage
have a
Patch
smell.
doll, and she had
Smells
blonde
like
hair,
cabbage.
and she had a little dimple right here, just like I do, and she had blue eyes. And I thought, because when I was real little, I thought this doll was like specially made for me because she looked like me. And she was like my special little Katie doll.
Wow, that's sad.
Yeah, I
I
know.
don't think it's.
I was like really little. But like I got Reagan a Cabbage Patch doll for Christmas. Not this past Christmas, Christmas before. And I was so excited. And yeah, she smelled so good.
smell good.
And on the box, I was like, this
That's weird, but they do. Like, don't you
There's-
get? Do you have books like that have a smell to them from when you were?
I make fun of you, but I actually have a Lotso Hugging Bear from Toy Story. Smells just like strawberries.
See, look at there.
there is a Cabbage Patch, like, I don't know, museum place. It's in like Kentucky. It's, you know how like the American Girl store
Yeah.
we can go? It's kind of like that, but for Cabbage Patch. And I want to go, and I want to take Reagan. Like, we're going to do it. We're going to do it one day.
Do
It sounds amazing, right? The Cabbage Patch Kids. Wow. But do you think Bob would just bring that up
Oh, don't
if it was
tarnish
just
my
a
memories
loving?
of
There's a
Cabbage
dark
Patch.
side.
Oh, there is a dark
Interwoven in
side.
the death cocoon.
This is where the dark side started. During the holidays, it became the #1 selling thing, right? So naturally, what did parents do? They beat the shit out of each other trying to get these things. There were fights and riots, and people died.
Well, I don't
People,
think that's how I
listen to
got
me.
mine.
Hear that word? Died. Dead.
That's like the Arnold
D-E-D.
Schwarzenegger
Dead.
movie.
But they
that
banned
movie?
the death cocoon. Come on.
What? What
They
movie?
banned the death cocoon? They didn't
You
ban
know, the
Cabbage
Arnold
Patch
Schwarzenegger
Kids?
movie where they're like fighting over, and Sinbad's in it.
Oh, that's called Jingle All the Way.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're like fighting each other.
So that's where it started, right? And it kept going. And Cabbage Patch Kids are still around today. But in 1996, I know we're not in the 80s, but it started in the 80s, and I'm moving into the 90s. So this is what happened. In 1996, they released a certain Cabbage Patch doll. Maybe one of you guys had this. Maybe you didn't. All right, here we go. Remembering the Snack Time Kid, the terrifying doll that would eat your children.
Dun, dun.
Okay?
that eats children's hair?
They released a doll
I don't
called
think
the
I had
Snack
that doll.
Time. Listen to me, the Snack Time doll. And what this doll would do was it came with food like sticks, French fries, carrots,
Dicks.
things like
sticks.
that, right? And you would put it in their mouth and it would eat them. And it would suck it in And then they had backpacks, and you would open the backpack, and there would be the food. Sounds like a good concept, right? Except, imagine you have a paper shredder without reverse. And then you can't.
Oh, no.
Right. So what was happening was things were going into these Cabbage Patch's mouth, but weren't coming back out. Including fingers, hair, skin, anything.
No.
You give it to a child, and what does the child do? Oh, let me stick my finger in there. Now, it was built to pull that stuff
How
through
big
and
were
chew.
their mouths?
You want to see? Because I brought you a video.
Dun, dun.
Yeah, I'm extremely
That
curious.
just made me think of, what is it,
So-
garbage pail?
Garbage Pail. That was off like
Yes.
an offspring of this, yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
what I
here we go. We got a video of what these look like when they eat.
Oh, no,
That is horrifying.
Oh yeah, boy! Look
Like
at it.
the way it's filmed.
No, sir.
This-
No, sir.
This is so creepy.
Now you tell me, like a 3 or 4 year old wouldn't just go, "What happens if I stick my finger in there?"
We need to send that to Ben Brown.
So there
With his
were
creepy dolls he
there were
likes.
multiple stories of where parents had to yank the batteries out, bust the dolls open, and save the children.
Is it making that noise?
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! It's
That is
beautiful.
horrifying.
And I can tell you right now, when they first came out, they were going for a whopping $40 a piece in 1996. If you have your hands or have one of those like just in a closet somewhere, they're going to eBay right now for $500.
No.
What?
They were recalled real fast. After about 3 weeks, they were like, "Oh my God, what's happening?" Oh yeah, it's
That's
bad.
like the peeing dolls, except not safe.
The peeing dolls.
Yeah, you know.
Like the baby dolls, you can feed them and they
They
pee and
pee.
poop.
What?
You don't know about
Oh, those are the ones that got like maggots and stuff in them.
What?
What? No.
Oh yeah, Google that mess.
Sounds terrible.
Just 5 seconds ago, you didn't even know what we were talking about.
There's dolls out there like feed and then like they use the bathroom and stuff. They would open them up and there'd be like maggots inside.
Gross.
Oh, well, Reagan won't have one of
I
those.
saw maggots one time in
Ain't
real
cool,
life,
man.
and it.
No maggots for you?
I left an apple in a bowl and then like went on a week-long vacation. Must have been a fly in there somewhere I didn't know about. Came home to maggots.
You got maggots on an apple?
Yep.
That's like witchcraft.
Gives me the shivers.
Witchcraft. There you go. Once again, we just want to welcome the Tabletop Warriors to the Kabcast family. Don't forget to go to kabcaststudios.com, check out their episode, and then come back and tell us how amazing we are, because I love that kind of stuff in my life. Find your laugh.
Find your happy.
This has been a Kabcast Studios production. For more episodes and information, visit kabcaststudios.com.